take this one for the team. It's part of the deal.
Welcome. Are you ready? Let's get this thing rolling. And 20 graduation. Woohoo! We're going to start this off with Mr. Cole singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, our spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Good job. All right, let's get this thing going. Our first speaker today is the senior class president. She was given the title of historian to come up and give her speech. Please welcome Naschewan Hunsucker.
Hello? Okay, cool. It fell upon me to tell my class's history, so here is how I remember it. It seems like yesterday we were freshmen, hoping to not end up like seniors before us. Those brothers and sisters, so mean and cruel. Well, guess what? We turned into them in just a few years. thinking we were the best after scoring a game winner in basketball to make it to the semifinals. Heck, we thought we were gods after going 0-17 in a season. All of the losses didn't matter. It was just another loss. Our egos never shrunk, they could only get bigger. It's our best and worst quality. Some of my favorite wins and losses took place during homecoming week. Powder Puff was never a bad time. It's where I believe our class became one team forever, maybe even a family, leaving our marks on every field and court. I will never forget the 2+ months after the boys beat Ferndale in football after I don't even know how many years. We never heard the end of it. I know Miss Kurtz was sick of it too because there was never a day where highlights weren't on a constant loop in class. And remember when we all started driving to school? Driving off campus at lunch and hurrying back so we didn't have to go to the office for a tardy slip. Just how many mini tacos can you eat anyway, and how fast? We also might win a costume contest for the best way to disguise a Red Bull. Protests are not anything new to our class. Remember how mad the seniors were our junior year when we made them pay for prom? Speaking of earning money, just how many Krispy Kremes can one class sell? I think I can speak for all of us when I say I hope there are no fundraisers in the near future. Another memory is when we first got our iPads. It was pretty exciting. Then we found out they were devices, as in something our teachers expected us to do work on. Well, they sure came in handy in our last months of school, where instead of spending it in the classroom and on the field with our friends, we filled our days with a lot of digital learning, with TikTok and Snapchat, and I think we should definitely be marked proficient. Riding the bus, listening to our Bluetooth headphones, or getting a little more school, the laughter of friends will be a memory we will all carry forever. We have left our mark on this school. I think every teacher will remember this class, and not because of the fact that we missed our whole second semester, but because of our ability to push through any situation that was thrown in front of us. Because one thing is for sure, with all the adversity and tragedy our class has seen, our history has proven that we can and will all do great things. Thank you.
Good job, Ness Jalen. Proud of you, girl. Our second speaker today. Our second for the class of 2020, Karina Pearson. Woohoo! Let's hear some horns.
All right, girlfriend. Malcolm did.
We don't Karina Hoya. Holzai Tau Ahoya, Dating, Amen Wahon Dating, Chase Wahon Dating. Dalding Na Hoya, Met Dilding Na Hoya, Wanchwing Maybelline Hoya, Watat Jason Hoya, Wingloch Aaron Hoya. Hello, my name is Karina. I come from the Peterson, Ammon, and Chase families. I'm from the villages Dalding and Met Dilding. My mother is Maybelline, my father is Jason, and my older brother is Antti, students, and Vomayo, for tuning in to our graduation ceremony. Although it is not as we had expected, I'm glad and grateful our community has come together to find ways to celebrate with us. Given all we have been through as a class and as individuals, I would like to thank those of you who have acknowledged our hard work and helped me make this ceremony possible. Hoopa Valley High's class of 2020 has endured many obstacles within our 4 years of high school. We have taken on individual challenges and we have taken on challenges as a group. The first and main challenge we encountered in high school was black mold. The issue of black mold led to various obstacles. We started our high school career without a real cafeteria. We had to move a majority of our classes. Instruction was a distraction. Yet we overcame. A couple of our classes were burned, resulting in more trailer park classrooms. And to top it all off, our portable classrooms were found to have mold in them too. This resulted in a week of independent study for the entire school. Yet we overcame. Although our first 2 years of high school were chaotic, we saw that our junior year we had less construction to distract us from our education. Secondly, we had a real cafeteria. Finally, we started to have more real classrooms. We no longer had to walk through the creek that formed on rainy days to get to the modulars. With our future looking bright, we started our senior year expecting great things. However, we were once again challenged by tragedy and scares involving a number of our classmates. As the year continued, we looked forward to the spring sports season, prom, and most importantly, our graduation date. We waited in anticipation to see how our final semester of high school would play out. Would the track team qualify for NCS again? Would Kahanai be ranked 6th in the county, or would she be the county's fastest runner this year? Would the softball team win NCS again? How was this year's prom going to be? Would I be emotional at graduation? These were the questions. Yet again, we were thrown another challenge. This time, we were thrown a pandemic. As we all know, the pandemic brought the closure of school, the cancellation of sports, and rules that were enforced to keep our community safe. Despite all of the inconveniences we've encountered these last 4 years, we have found ways to stay positive. Looking back at all we have been through as a class and as individuals, I see the future. I can be sure the class of 2020 will persevere when thrown another challenge. We have been tested, and we will continue to be tested, but we will always overcome. I believe a large part of our success comes from the support around us. Throughout these years, we have had the support of the community, our families, our friends, but most importantly, we have had the support of our fellow classmates and our teachers. Although there was drama within our class from time to time, we always came together for things such as homecoming week. We supported each other in jock volleyball, jock cheerleading, and powder puff. On the other hand, our teachers supported us year-round. Despite all of the challenges thrown at us, the teachers continue to try to make us as comfortable as possible. While we should be proud of each student for persevering, we should also acknowledge and show gratitude to those who helped us students every step of the way. With all of the challenges thrown at us, more challenges were thrown at the teachers. Therefore, on behalf of myself and class of 2020, I'd like to say thank you to all of the teachers for being strong, admirable people. With that in mind, I would like to take the time to thank those of you who have helped me get to where I am today. First, I would like to thank my family for being an inspiration and always supporting me, whether it's in sports, school, or my love for Disneyland. Next, I would like to thank my friends for always bringing fun times and unforgettable moments. Whether it's movie nights at Emily's, having paint dates with the Gru, or Jasmine and I sharing our first and only ditch day together, I will always cherish those moments. Next, Flock, for supporting me since my freshman year and for always being someone I could come to. To Mr. Ammon, for believing in my calculus skills and always being the go-to for a letter of recommendation. To Mr. Johnson, for always listening to me talk about sports, school, and my progress with my concussion. To Mrs. Beatty, for always being so sweet and positive. To Mr. Cole, for teaching me how to study math for math tests my freshman year and preparing me for college interviews my senior year. To Mrs. Moore, for hyping up my Hoopa language skills. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Ms. Kurtz for always being there for me, for making me a better, more confident writer, and for being one of the best teachers I will ever have. You all have made my experience at Hoopa High positive, and you all are part of the reason I don't want to leave high school. Finally, I would like to thank my classmates for sharing this wild adventure with me. I am proud to be a part of the class of 2020, and I hope to see you all pursuing your passions in the future. I am confident our class will be the ones to change the world. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Love you.
Thank you, Karina. Great job. And now, number 1 in her class, the valedictorian, Jasmine Kenny.
Woo! What girl? Looking awesome. Sounds good. I hear you're singing. I hear your abalone singing. Start.
Are you queen?